Hello, Americans. Live from the CBNN News headquarters, I'm Carmine Lee Adams, and you're watching the Comic News. Lead story tonight, comic-related trading card sales are through the roof, people. I hope you're paying attention to the sales data out there. We're going to get into that in just a moment. 1990s trading cards that we all had and all enjoyed, well, they're back, and they're back with a vengeance. Why? Well, maybe it's nostalgia. People wanting to experience some things that they had in their childhood. Maybe it's the fact that CGC has now gotten into grading Marvel trading cards where they hadn't before. There could be many different reasons, but one thing is undeniable. The 1990 Marvel Series 1, 91 Series 2, and the 1993 Marvel Masterpieces and others, those trading cards are definitely experiencing some significant increases. Of course, we're talking about those non-sports related cards, like cheap packs like this you can get for $5 or $10, but could have a very pricey card in it. Or some of the 1994 Fleer, Magneto, or Magneto, whichever you prefer, cards like this one, Wolverine. Some folks are collecting them because they want to pair them with the comic that they have. There's even some new stuff out there where you can go to the local comic book shop, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and pick up Marvel trading cards. You're probably going to want to look at getting yourself rookie cards like this Indiana Jones rookie card, or this Luke Skywalker rookie card from the 1977 Star Wars set that came out. Or as I was saying, you might just want to pair the Stan Lee rookie card with the comic. Many folks are doing that. But bottom line, it's definitely looking up for those of you that saved those Marvel trading boxes from the 1990s. Let's take a look at the numbers and see what some of those boxes are selling for these days.
So a quick look at the most recent sales for the 1990 Marvel Series 1 sealed sets. You can see we had one sell yesterday for $750, offer at $900, $700, $700, $800, $700, $825. I think that's for 2 boxes, so that's an incredible deal, all things considered. This here, $330, individual packs going for between $30 and $80, but pretty much we're between $650 and $1,000 for a sealed box that you could have found pre-COVID for around $100 to $200 max. That is an increase that is not to be ignored, collectors.
Well, there you have it, kids. Those trading cards that were once getting $150, $200 max are now commanding $600 or more on the open market on a regular basis. And there's quite a bit of sales volume to go along with it. So the next time you find yourself at a garage sale, estate sale, yard sale, flea market, or local antique store, you might just want to keep your eyes peeled for one of these boxes that might be sealed. Or a Marvel Universe box like this one. You might just find yourself a gold brick laying around in the corner that you didn't know was so valuable. This may not be the information you wanted, but today it's the information you're getting from CBNN, the leader in comic book news. Well, next up, our segment that we rolled out last week, Tell Me About Your Handle. We know that there are some really cool, unique IG handles out there. We see them pop up during the live sales all the time, and I'm sure you're probably thinking, I wonder how he came up with that snappy IG handle that he's got. Well, in this week's segment of Tell Me About Your Handle, we go all the way across the pond to Cornlander Comics. And we talk to our friend Cornlander, who's hanging out with his comic book dog, Corn Dog, to see how'd he come up with that name and what's going on over there in the UK. Cornlander, what's going on?
Hey Carmine, this is aka Cornlander Comics coming to you from the most southerly part of mainland United Kingdom, Cornwall, hence Cornlander because I'm from here. 7,000 kilometers that way is the United States. There's nothing in between here and there. And I wanted to give a shout out to your esteemed colleague Rob Byers Comics for my amazing Batman. Anyway, this is aka Cornlander Comics signing off. Cheers.
Thank you for that report, Cornlander. Not really sure how far 7,000 kilometers is, but next time you're in town, come on by and we'll hang out and have a chat. Next up, we've had many of you reach out to me asking if I could provide some guidance and help on claim sale etiquette. So, let's tackle it, shall we? For those of you out there who are looking to do a claim sale, a few things you need to be mindful of. You got to get the tech right. You've got to get your sound right, and you've got to make sure the picture quality is good and the sound is good. Otherwise, people can't see the books, they can't hear you, and it gets kind of annoying. Another thing, make sure that when you write the post-it note that the price is clear. That way, when you put it up on camera, we can still see what the price is. Also, don't put the post-it note in the bottom corner of the front cover where it would cover up the newsstand or direct label. That way you won't keep having people ask you, is this a newsstand? That's why they're asking you, because you're putting the post-it note in the wrong place. Also, don't try to show too many books on the screen. All right? Maybe 4 across, 3 down, 12 books at a time is good enough. When you first show the book on screen, make sure to leave the book on screen, up close to the camera for a good 3 or 4 seconds. And if you've done this very vital, important step, doing your prep work ahead of time, you'll have a little something unique to share about the book, the cover, the artist, the year that it was published, whatever. First appearance, whatever might be unique about that book, why you like it, why you're offering it up, and more importantly, why a collector would want to buy it from you. And then, of course, you want to give us the grade and the price. And that brings me to our always popular segment, what are you doing? What are you doing, guy who has a claim sale and doesn't write down the information after a sale? What are you doing? You've got one job. One job. You're offering the books up for sale. So here's the thing that's very important. When you're going to do a live sale, at the time of sale, this is very important. You want to write down what was the book that was sold, what's the IG handle of the person that bought it, and what was the price. Then you want to make sure that that's confirmed on camera. Hulk 340 in an 8.0 going to Cornlander Comics for $200. Then you have a recorded transaction history of what happened, and you make sure to write that down. That way, after the sale, you're not reaching out to people and saying, what did you buy again? What are you doing? Just make sure to record the information, and we'll all get along better. Next up, Season 2 of the Collector's Showdown happens later today at 3 p.m. on Gotham Comics. Today's preliminary rounds start with 2 very interesting matchups. Well, 9.8 TMH is going up against Evan Husney. Well, here's my prediction on that. You've got a Miami Hurricane fan going up against a wrestling fan. Advantage, wrestling fan. There's no way this news anchor's ever going to be in favor of rooting for a Miami Hurricane fan, regardless of the situation. We're all counting on you, Evan Husney, to send TMH home packing. And next we have JP Tex versus Things and Thangs. Looking at the IG profiles for both of these competitors, here's what we know and what we don't know. JP Tex has a lot of Batman and Golden Age and just straight up bangers on his page. Things and Thangs has a total of 6 pictures on his IG page, and not one of them, mind you, is of comics. So we don't know if he's got a vault full of bangers that he's ready to bring out for this competition, or even how he got into this competition, or even if he's a he at all. We don't know if he's into things or things or things and things. Here's what we do know. All will be revealed at 3 p.m. Eastern time today when Things and Things goes up against JP Text. My money is saying I'm going to take the sure thing with JP Text, but you never know. Things and Things may end the mystery later on today where he just starts dropping straight fire to get on to the next round. We'll have to see. Me, I'm looking forward to seeing that Rob Buys Comics fella go up against One True Nerd King. That's going to be a tough draw, no doubt about it. But we want to say thank you to Gotham Comics. Good luck to all the collectors, and we're really looking forward to watching Season 2 kick off later on today at 3 o'clock. And finally tonight, this week in comic book history, January 1967, the first appearance and introduction of Banshee with X-Men 28. That's right, on January 28th, we celebrate X-Men 28. Thanks to Roy Thomas and artist Werner Roth for creating Banshee, who could wreck fools with his sonic scream. Not a bad little way to end the day. And from all of us here at the Comic Book News Network, I'm Carmine Lee Adams saying, you've been watching the Comic News. We'll see you next time, folks.